Greetings, ladies and gentle players. This is our wonderful Friday this August of 2024, making it a wonderful day for basics. I'm over here on the Pandas. And oh boy, yeah, apparently you jump ranks on this particular server. We were like, what, around the 5K-ish thing, right, earlier? I seem to remember, just last week. And now we are 2K question mark. That's actually a large jump. I'm verifying my records right now. Yeah, we were playing 5 and 6 Qs. But all right, we're 2Q now. So yeah, it is what it is. So let's just see where we go. Just like you can go and snag my book if you are feeling interested. It is out on Kindle paperback and even Kindle Unlimited. So 3 different ways to get my centering the mid-game. It is obviously my thoughts on the mid-game with a whole bunch of examples, both amateur and professional, for just how to try to tackle a really, really difficult area that is the mid-game. Reviews apparently in, and in Japanese. Translate that to English. Such an amazing book. Became pro in an instant. How could you beat that review? You can't. So go ahead, snag book, link down below. All right. I will say hi. We are facing a Japanese 2Q, and I'll give coordinates. There you go. I feel like I've been doing this one a lot, but I've been doing this one a lot too. So eeny, meeny, miny, mo, we'll do this one. Maybe framework? Maybe approach? Okay. I do the enclosure a lot. It's very, very solid. I recommend it. I do this enclosure a lot. Very, very solid. Recommend it. They're easy for all levels of play. After that, we start getting into approaches, which admittedly can be a bit more difficult. If this is a 3-4 point, I would approach. Here, right now, where I am, I just prefer doing something like this instead, that's all. 3-3 from a Japanese player, even though this is slightly a racist comment, hurts my soul, because traditionally they were influential players. It's like, no, Japan, like Takemiya and Go Sagan are both waiting to beat you up in an alley somewhere. Like, I don't know for a fact that that's true, but Takemiya is still alive, and I'm pretty sure, like, the ghost of Go Sagan is gonna be, like, right there on his shoulder going, we're gonna get this guy. So sad, so sad. So, alright, 3-3, we're obviously building a wall in Gote. I don't mind, he gets, like, 2, 4, 6, maybe 8 point. We've all done this before, okay? We could approach here. He wants me to, so we can attach and like make it very, very over concentrated. I'm gonna go OG, push him towards my thickness. He jumps out, which I'm pretty certain isn't a good move, but that's okay. And by good move, I mean the 3-3 invasion is to save you like a point rather than approach on the outside. It's entirely possible this just lost you the point, thereby kind of invalidating your obsession with the 3-3, let's just say. I think I'm just gonna chill. I think I'm just gonna chill. There we go. Have an enclosure. Grabbing an extension. He wants to do a thing. Go do things, man. Let's see what you want to do. So moves that I kind of want in the future. I kind of want eventually to take the base away. Hello, that's way too thick. Thank you, go away. I want to take the base away from him at some point because he doesn't have a base yet, so that's a thing. I would like to approach both of the 4-4 points, because that's a thing. And yeah, that's the only thing on my radar right now. Keep Zikonair. He can turn, that's fine. I'm gonna double Hane. He can't get a really good base here, so I can go right over top. Now here, you can play here and hit his shape point. And then he extends up, you Hane. He Hanes. You could either cut, or you could just extend. because suddenly you have a net. You can do a lot of super, super aggressive things. For now, getting a base. He approached me, therefore my stone is weaker, therefore I'm answering. Same thing here, making sure I'm not being kept low. And now we're done. Look how easy that was. We're done. I still want this. Absolutely, I still do want this move because he hasn't finished off the thing. But I'm going to approach on the inside. Make it harder for him to grow on this area. So, alrighty then. Normally, I favor a high approach, but am I going to have any kind of influential mid game in this game? I don't know about that, huh? I'm also thinking about the approach here, but this is going to beget a pincer of some kind, more than likely, which is fine, because if we surround, then the 3/3 is going to take him out. So we could still play here. We can absolutely still play here. But is it basic to play here? No, basic would be just going ahead and grabbing a basey base. Then he probably gets a large knight in the lower left. That's a lot of territory for him. Well, I can still handle it. It's just, there's no reason. It's just overly passive. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Now he'll pincer. Yep. I could put pressure. We could cap. A lot of things we could do. I think I'm just going to cap. It's not going to kill him. I'm just going to surround him. Connect up our little groups. If he attaches to me, I'm cutting on the inside because we're strong on both sides. Yep. He wants me to play here and kill off my 2 stones for some reason, but I'm not weak in the area, so that's just not going to be a thing that we're doing. Sorry. So he can Atari out, and then he has to instant defend that cutting point, or he's going to die. Because we'll obviously, go back and cut him. Knowing that you could Hane on the inside here, I think is very, very important. Knowing why you could do that, muy importante. I'm just going to come on out. Not playing the most severe move possible. But I am trying to be solid, but not necessarily passive. That's a big thing with me. You can be solid, but solid doesn't mean backing down everywhere. It doesn't mean always playing passively. It just means you try to keep yourself with decent shape. If you have decent shape, you can play more aggressively if you want. If you're strong in the area, your opponent's weak, you can cut in ways that maybe you couldn't. Typically. Don't want to head 2 and 3. Same. I almost Hane. That would have been an awkward mistake to make. Turning here is still pretty good. Is he eyeing a cutting point here? Is he eyeing a cut? He can. We'll just retreat, surround, and then ask, how are you alive here? Keep it nice and simple. He's got 6 groups right now. To my 4. I'm considering this one group essentially because this one stone is like bleh. If he comes up, we Hane and then just net it, and then it's just completely fine. And obviously this group's connected, so 1 group, 2 group, 3 group, 4 group. But he has 1 group, 2 group, 3 group, 4 group, 5 group, 6 group. So he's much, much busier on this board than I am. And I like that. I like that a lot. So here, because, like look at what's going on right now. This is like, God, what's a good analogy here? It's kind of like, I don't know, like the front lines in World War I or something. These got like trenches here and here and here. They're all like scrambling to connect up, cut off the enemy or whatever. But it's my move, so we can plan an ambush. I can lean on here. I can cap this group. There's a lot of things that we can do. But there's a blue move on the board that I've played, or that I've highlighted. Let's take that from him first. We're giving him a chance. Save his groups, connect up. That's fine. We are not pressured to kill. Leaning on me. All right, I'll answer. Sure, I'll answer. That group, very, very weak. This group can be weak because I can push, block. You got my attention. If I play here and he tries to fight back, it's going to get awkward really quick. See, this is where solid but not passive comes back to play. If I come out here, suddenly all of the groups are in trouble again. You know, like this one's undercut, there's poke point, not alive 100%. Zero eye shape, definitely not alive right now. This, here, into here, problems for its eyes. So if I should be able to play here. I should 100% be able to play here. I'll defend first though, because you can argue that that's going to leave questionable things behind. All right, so I guess here we go. We're just going to lightly attack with just 2 hairs and some air. Take his shape point, because that's literally a eye potential. And then... God, there's so many ways to attack it. Jesus. Jeez, Louise. There's also this one into this one because of the clamp. There's just so much. Like when all of these stones are next to each other, then they all start hurting each other. He needs this to win the game, though. To have any chance to win the game. This is not worth any territory. Neither is this or this. This can be poke trap from multiple sides. So he needs this. It also tells me this should be a forcing move. He needs to not die. This ought to be a forcing move. Especially because they're still... Oh, this is the biggest scam of them all, ain't it? It's like, I'm going to connect on the second line. And? You're not connected with a 2-point. Or you are connected with a 2-point, but it's not a connection because it is, you know, a 2-point. So we can play here. If he goes, I go, he goes, I go. Let's ask a question. Should we ask a question? No, let's just cut through him. I should play here first, and then that one. I don't need to play the most aggressive thing in the history of ever, bro. We'll just cut through him. We'll just cut through him. We're gonna go all snicker snack. Okay. This is becoming a thing pretty quickly. He's not defending his cutting points. I feel compelled to ask you a question about your cutting points. Didn't defend, didn't defend. Ooh, and now he's retreating. That's game. That's absolutely game. This is Sente for me, because he has to kill this in Gote. He can't let me have C18, then I just like get the entire thing. Oh, is he gonna play here? He could have. Huh. But then we just play there, because it's a 2. Alright, so we've got that. I don't want to kill him, but I'm getting the impression really quickly that things are probably about to die. Because the minute I start playing the middle of the board, everything is under attack. You know? That's the problem. Not one thing is under attack. They all are. Not because I'm like, ooh, I'm really trying to kill him. But the middle is the only thing on the board right now to play in. So when I play in there, all of the groups that aren't completely alive are under threat. And if he has 3 things that aren't alive, I'm technically attacking 3 groups simultaneously. Because again, you can imagine right now, that's going to go after that eye. We've got this to go after that eye. This is a shape point that can go under and connect both ways. So it's just like, what's going on, bro? I obviously don't want him to connect up, so I'm just going to respond. So it's just one of these games where I'm not killing him, but he's probably about to die. It's unfortunate, but that's just where we are right now. And now he's hesitating because he probably realizes, oh snap, I'm dying. Reinforcing, since we're about to kill him apparently. Here, here, here. Do I need that? I don't know. Hey you, connect up. I command it, boy. Do my bidding, and now die. Alright, let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. Not gonna play complicated stuff. And if it looks like he's about to live, we're gonna go over and play like a move here to make sure that we get the territory. So always be aware of Sente. No. That does not scare me. There goes eye number 1. I don't know about you, but I see what's going on here. It's okay. I think he can live. You might be saying to yourself, how? Like, well, he just needs to open his eyes. We're leaving all this in the video. We're leaving all this in the video. Hi. Do tell what's going on, sir. I think he's gonna have to try to. He's gonna have to undercut his own corner by trying to live here. Cause short of a move like at B8 or something, it ain't gonna happen. And then when I respond here, we get to dive in that corner, yo. Or maybe Tiger Mouth into Clampy Times. I think that probably kills too. Dun 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 dun. No, that's never working. So yeah, not trying to kill, but this is what happens when you have a bunch of things that aren't alive. You don't defend your groups. If your opponent attacks you, then you can get killed. Not even trying to attack. All I did was just play a move, like what, this one? I played that. That's all we did. So there's nowhere for him to go. He needs to live here. He's gonna try to live anywhere. He's gonna live here. He's gotta try to live here. I don't see life without B8. I don't see life without B8. At that point, the corner's gonna get damaged. And then this is his biggest source of territory. That ain't great, bro. The minute he connects, we can play here. Because this into this, right? So we just play here. There's nowhere for him to go. Am I letting you live? I hear everybody in the comments. You're like, kill him. Alright. I'll put pressure on him. Just recognize how much territory this is. If I play this move now, right, then we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 25 to 30 points over here. Okay? So where does he have that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8. Most of this And then I still have this section, the territory here and the territory here. So we do not have to kill on this board. It's just right now he's kind of not looking lively at all. Just not at all. Okay. Funny story. The track I'm listening to, that just came on rather, I recognize it is from Death Note. So I'm here talking about how my opponent's not alive, and then yeah, that track just came on to my playlist. Nowhere to go here, buddy. Nowhere to go. So if he wants to live, he has to punch his corner right in the face. It's the only way. It's the only way. And I think he can. I actually think he can. Right? Like, you tag here maybe to make sure that I can't diagonal this and poke out that eye. And then you just drop down and you take the beating on the... Exactly. Exactly. This is exactly what I was referring to. Only problem is, I was also referring to this corner. And why this is a shame. Looking painful, ain't it? I'll play this one. If he drops down, not sure what I'll do. Okay, he didn't drop down, so he's live. Whatever, he's live. It might be a co. He's live, whatever. Make sure this is not ruining territory from me. Is that alive? He goes here first. And then here. Then I can't false that, right? Okay. So be it. You're alive. I think. My life and death really sucks. What if we just played here? Then we'd play this one. And then we have to save and then he's hitting and he's live again. What if we just played here? Maybe. Maybe. But we don't have to kill it. We don't have to kill it. We surrounded it very aggressively. And that's all we need to do. This is still a thing, which is why it's labeled still. I'd also like to get this one. And I would like to get this one. Biggie moo, biggie moo, biggie. But yeah, I think that's about it. So, what can I say about this player? He 3-3'd and then just tried to be alive everywhere. Very much like Fox. Very much like Fox. Not entirely as crazy as Fox, but very much like Fox. Problem with that is when you're not making territory, then unless your opponent just never attacks you, then as you can see here, you just don't make territory. Like, where's his territory? This? He just wants to win on this? That's crazy. That's absolutely bonkers. Could you have attacked more severely and made sure he was dead? Very likely, yes. Do you have to? No. No, I'm afraid not. Ah, he's still looking at the life there. Yeah, I'm unsure about that one myself. Believe it or not, my endgame is not my endgame. My life and death isn't that great. I know that something is weak. I know why something is weak. Planning out the exact move sequence to take advantage of that, however, is, well, a little up in the air, you know? Connect solidly because my connection here is really, really loose. I don't want to get into like some weird kind of thing where you can do a throw in and then Atari me into something. Like, I'm not even sure what kind of variation I'm protecting here by doing this one instead of this one. I just know it cost me like a point in endgame. dun. Okay. I'm really curious about this group still. It doesn't quite seem alive. Like, he's trying to make the infamous Z pattern for his life, right? But if I play here right now, he plays here, we throw and he's dead. I play here, he plays here, he lives. Okay. If I play here, he's dead. Because he has to play this one, right? And then we have the Atari into a throw-in, I think. There. And then he, yeah. I think he's dead. And if he plays here... we do this one. And then their turn. He'd have to capture if I get this one, because he'll lose there. It's a bit of an interesting thing. Does the Hane just work then? I play here, there. No, because I'm the take for that one. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't call the life and death here basic. I'm not even sure I have it right though, which is crazy. I'm gonna ask a question about it because I actually don't know. My life and death sucks. My life and death is so trash tier garbage, I actually don't know. I need to do like thousands of life and death memorizations. That's typically the way you're supposed to do life and death problems, by the way. You're supposed to just memorize them. And then in a couple of seconds, you practice them by going through them, and essentially it's just shape recognition. Like, oh, this shape, click, this shape, click, this shape, click. New one, can't read it in a couple seconds, find the answer, memorize it, move on. That's the way a lot of, the way most pros also study life and death. They don't sit there for like hours on one problem. They don't sit there for hours on one problem trying to figure it out. He's dead. He has to connect. We Atari, he has to connect. So the only way to try to live was to play where I just played. This is a vital shape point for anything that he was trying to do. So I think we're ahead territorially. You can see why I think that. We've got good points here. Fantastic endgame. Because we've got endgame here. We've got endgame here. Good territory, good territory, good territory, good territory. So yeah, I'm probably up by, I don't know. My estimation sucks, but I'm pretty confident that I'm ahead, even without this kill. I just don't see how that wouldn't be true. Because we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points here. And that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points there. This is, yep, this does fall. That is true. That's yours. That is yours in compensation. So yeah, if the territory here is like the territory here, then he has to win literally on this like second line in this corner, which is just horrifically not going to happen. In fact, this area is worth more than this. So where does he get this? Am I like 20 points up? Like, I think I'm literally ahead by whatever this is. Oh, I didn't factor in Comey. But that's just rough estimation. It's kind of eyeballing it. All right, he's dead, so he resigned. So little things like this always tickle me because I'm a child. You know, trying to do 3-3 AI stuff, and I absolutely did not do the AI 3-3 stuff, and my accuracy was higher. According to the AI, I've got the better opening, not trying to play like it. So, he 3-3'd me. Let's see where he went wrong. We all know where he went wrong. So we did all this. He does this, which is not quite where it's supposed to be. And when I say, again, when I preface this, when this isn't where it's supposed to be, it's, again, It's because I make a point of it because the 3-3 is more complicated. It is absolutely more complicated than just playing on the outside and settling. Like, if we just played here into here, and then even if he took the dreaded old move and that 0.3 hit, you add 0.1, right? With 0.3. And 0.1 again. Wait, seriously? You want the diagonal here? Okay, it changed its mind. No, it's a fine move. Yeah, 0.1 and 0.3. Congratulations, you get 0.4. This, sorry, dang it. I'll get this, give me a minute. This is a nice, easy, settled position. Nothing to worry about in the future, predominantly. Maybe kept low, you can go and play this as a result. Very, very simple. Very, very easy. I don't have a sudden, like, crazy attack, right? To really stick it to you for playing the old way. So, okay. Okay, fine. How does that compare with actual game? Well, he 3-3'd me. Okay. And all of this is good. Top line, he's doing fantastic, doing fantastic. 0.2, let's see if it really is. Let's see if it really is. Interest of fairness. Okay, it's a 0.3. Okay, so it seems like it's a 0.3. Seems like that's a 0.3 mistake. So he's 0.1 points ahead from what he just did. At this point, it is super freaking important you can't be attacked. Because if you're attacked, are you going to lose more than 1 point? More than 1.1 point? We absolutely know he's going to. In fact, he's about to lose 3 points, followed by a 1.5. It's not great, right? And he's going to do that solely because he's answering the 3-3 and he's trying to get the reduction right. But that is a very complicated thing to do, and it will almost always give every amateur player a worse result. Like, I'm not making it up. You can see it on the board right in front of you. So, okay, I'm attacking him. Oh, snap. This actually is an AI move. I would have thought this one. Okay, mine's better. Get wrecked. Yeah, this one's better. This is the one that I'm seeing more often. So, yeah, it backs off, it gets some shape. You're still going to be under attack because that's just the nature of what you're doing. You're playing in a very thick area. You're going to be attacked. That's all there is to it, right? So he plays there. AI liked my extend. I'm surprised about that one too. It wanted the 3-3, but eat me. No, we're not going to do that. Because if I do that, he could do this one, right? And then we're doing this, into this. And then, exactly. Freaking exactly. He can extend all the way over to here. And then we just have to fight. We just have to fight. So the rest of the game, we have to fight each other. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Bite me. So he played here. 0.6. He now erased his advantage from this. Because easier just enclose. Just enclose. Play simple. But he sees what I've got growing here. To be fair, it's scary. It's a large potential area. So he lost out there. Another point. That's an ouch. We're just settling. Still just settling. 0.8. So now he's just like losing point after point with almost every move that he plays. This is where I take a hit because, yeah, I could play more aggressively. We can go immediately surround. We can immediately start surrounding. We can start poking around over in here. We can go back into doing this kind of thing. But I'm just chilling. And at this point, we're doing pretty good. We're in the 80s. We're in the 80s. I'm not trying to kill. The AI's frowning. It's like, hey, you should start splitting the tax now. Again, we're not trying to. Ooh, didn't like it. Didn't like my inside cut. Oh, there's a more complicated fight that you could take here. Yeah, no, I'm just not gonna do that. Sorry. Yeah, very important to not play the things that the AI is gonna get you killed on. I don't have any like right now. Play over here. Like, really? That seems nuts. But AI's like, yeah, play over here, man. Play over here. Whatever. Simple, simple, simple. This one might have been better. Maybe it was. Hard to say. Again, want separations and what have you. Still don't care. Just taking large points. Like, we're good. Look at over here. We're good. 96% to win. I am fine with everything that's going on right now. Doesn't like the defense either, but it's solid. And we're still fine. So it's whatever. Yeah, look at all the moves it doesn't like that I played. But we're still nicely ahead. It's just that we're also nicely solid. All of these moves are wrong because it wants me to be more aggressive down here. Like you can see with every move, hey, start splitting. It's like start splitting, attack, 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 attack. That's one of the misleading things about the AI. A lot of people say, oh, you know, we don't ever have to attack anything and go anymore. The AI doesn't play that way. Until it's the biggest thing on the board, then it do. You know? So yeah, we're just playing very calm, splitting everything apart, and now he's dead. AI is like, yeah, he's 37 points down. So apparently this is just hard dead. Yeah, I thought that I couldn't kill this. Looking like you can, huh? Yeah, he's just dead. All right, so yeah, that's game. But again, I want to prove that I didn't have to do that. If we did this, actual game, yeah, every move here is wrong because there's like a 27-point thing here. And now I'm going to force him into life. He's alive now. 100% alive now. We're going to play here. I'm going to win this one too. I'm going to respond to it. Yeah, we're about 20 points up. It says we're about 15. And that's what I expect when you don't kill someone. You're going to be about 10, 15 points up, usually, by playing basics. Don't have to kill. If you can kill, then you're 60 points up. So, fantastic. I like this game. This game was good. I think this game was good, and I hope a lot of people learned from it. In the meantime, hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all ranking up, having fun with Go. And as always, I will see you next time. Take care, everybody.